Yep, Burning Head gonna be running through these pirate deckhand mobs. The Vampire Coast player tries to move them around, but does it? It does not save them. It does some great work into those deckhand mobs and into these guys as well. A nice Burning Head there. Harpies gets run off by the animated hawks. These Dark Riders get a surround here on these deckhand mobs. Emperor's Revenge are holding back the Dread Spears and doing some solid work there. Witch Elves jumping in there, though I would have rather seen the Witch Elves go around. Maybe try to get through the back line, though the Animated Hulks probably could have caused that an issue for them. Well, I'm not sure. Animated Hulks fighting amongst the Blackguard, which is obviously not fantastic, not a great pick there. Cleostra trying to help out with the Depth Guard, try to save the Queen Bess, and Queen Bess does get another shot in here on the Dread Spears. Will it land? It does, right center, and those Dread Spears are gone. But again, why are you targeting Dread Spears? Please target the freaking Dark Shards, please, thank you. I'm begging you. Dim Knight's Errants do get summoned in. Gonna last for about a minute. Gonna be able to get on top of those Dark Shards, so they do have an opportunity to get rid of them. Another shot in there, and it's on the Dread Spears again. No! The shots are so wasted. But the Harpies do come back in and jump on top of them. But again, all this support here is really going to keep that Queen Bess online. Beautifully done there by the Vampire Coast. Leosta just doing some wonderful work here. Oh, hold on, a Burning Head. Burning Head going to rip through the Queen Bess here, crew? Nah, not really, unfortunately. Queen Bess crew still lives. Dark Shards still shooting in here. Going to be shooting to the Dim Knight's Errant. And we do have more Dark Shards over here shooting in. What are they shooting at? They're going to turn around, start shooting at the Lamprey's Revenge. That's the right call. Witch Elves are rampaged by Witch Brew and trying to chase down those Lampreys. How many times when I say Lamprey's Revenge in the next 30 seconds or so? Dread Spears coming over here to support as well. These guys might end up crumbling here. And they do go into crumbling status. Nice. And they might get finished off thanks to the Dread Spear shots. Beautiful Queen Bess shot finally on this Dark Shards. But imagine if those Queen Bess shots had been on them earlier. Just imagine. Dim Knight's Errant doing some wonderful work into those Dark Shards. But, I mean, mostly just causing disruption. The HP damage isn't that great. A Kraken's Pull pulling down these Blackguard and Dread Spears. That's very nice. Very nice Kraken's Pull. Doing some great stuff. Queen Bess still up and shooting despite the Dark Riders causing a mess in the back line. Another shot here. Burning Head gonna come through here. Will it do anything to the Queen Bess crew? It does. It does okay work against them. Doesn't put them into crumbling or anything. But another shot here hitting the Dark Shards. Does some great work. Queen Bess, what are you looking at here on the value here? 1088. Still targeting the Dark Shards. That's the right choice. It does miss, however, on that shot. Knight's Errant finally been shut down. Finally disintegrate. Dark Shards coming back. Same with these Harpies. I'm not sure what Nardu is going to do about the Cleostra here. I mean, I suppose you do still have some Dark Shards coming back and these as well. But Cleostra does have... Oh, that's another shot there. Does that do as much? It does okay. But it causes them to rout again. That's what matters. And they are shooting into the Morghuls, who have 47 kills and are regenerating some HP. So they still have a lot more work to do. And they're going to get some great work here into the Argonath Executioners. Just doing great stuff. Look at that. That's exactly where they need to be, roughing through these elite infantry. But Queen Bess finally gets shut down. Crew is dead. And the artillery piece is no longer usable. Morghuls fighting through spears. There's no longer really any infantry support for the Vampire Coast, which is the issue. Cleostra is going to have to try to shut down these Dark Shards all on her own. Though the Argonath Executioners, they don't have any great targets either. They could just attempt to chop through the Morghuls. What is this? Another Kraken's Pool on the Argonath Executioners? Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too shabby. Though, I think I would have just used a lot of whatever wins you had left on the Tide Calls. Just spamming out Tide Calls, I think would have been the better choice. Get rid of the Dark Shards. But it's not a bad call there. Using it on the Argonath Executioners. But here we do get another tide call. We do finally get a tide call here, and it does shatter that one dark shard and possibly routes the other one. We'll see, down to -5 leadership, and they route. Very nice. Yeah, we have more dark shards coming back, and this is the issue here, that they're going to constantly keep freaking coming back, and that's just a big old problem for Vampire Coast. A lot of these units can starting to recoup here and start get on top of Cagliostra, who does continue to chase down the dark shards. Get an attack in there, route those dark shards, and yeah, just look at them coming back. That one comes back but immediately shatters. Cagliostra just running through and getting stuck in Dread Spears now, trying to chase down those dark shards as well. It has to be she has to stay in combat, really. She has no other unit that can chase things off. So it's quite unfortunate for her. She has no other deckhand mobs or anything like that summon in. It's a nice Kraken's pool there. Shatters some units there, or rather Terror routes some and routes the rest. Grim Sorceress jumps in there to try to fight, but doesn't really do much. Does just on her what is it called? The crab mount. She's immune to flanking, so she's not taking any flanking penalties. But she does need to turn around here and fight this Grim Sorceress. She can't just continue chasing after the Dark Shards. Yeah, Dark Shards continue shooting in, and that'll be the end for the Vampire Coast. Probably would have saved a lot of those Kraken's pools for the Blackguard, and only used Tide Call just to get rid of the actual Dark Shards themselves, because the Dark Shards, that mass amount of Dark Shards is a real big issue for the Vampire Coast. Just that amount of shooting in general is tough to deal with for them. That flank was really, really good. But also, yeah, I think it was just came down to a lot of those wasted shots there from the Queen Bess too. Just imagine if any of those shots that landed that were hitting Dread Spears could have been would have hit the Dark Shards instead. That could have done wonderful work, but unfortunately, just a bit of micro failure there. And I mean, it's to be expected. New players. Still a really great match. I mean, being able to see the Queen Bess actually do some damage. That's what matters. That's some cool stuff. You don't just get to see the Queen Bess at all in tournaments because it's just so easily shut down. And this time it was able to put in some solid work before it got shut down. Supreme Sources got 900 value there with her burning heads. Witch Elves did fine. Argonef Executioners were cool, but they didn't have anything else to fight aside from the Depth Guard. Blackguard did great as well. But yeah, look at you can see here a lot of the value here. 673, 1960 on these Dark Shards, shooting at Moringol, shooting at Cagliostra, shooting at the Lamprey's Revenge. Lamprey's Revenge just kind of got kited and shot to pieces. The Dark Riders did good too. Nicely microed by Nardu. Loved seeing the Cagliostra pick there. She did some great stuff. 3,039 value on her with those beautiful Tide Calls and Kraken's pools. Plus the summon from the Damn Knights Errants is pretty nice there. 688 on the Depth Guard pole arms, 264 on the handguns. Animated Hulks did fine at protecting, using their body mass to protect against the Dark Shards, rather the Dark Riders. Moringolds did okay, 673. Lamprey's Avenged, 1,000 value or so. Mortars, yeah, they did fine, I suppose, what they were, and 1188. There's just a lot to protect here. Queen Bess plus the double mortars, that's a lot. But well played to both players. There, counts versus... There we go. But alright guys, I am probably gonna end it there. It is very, very freaking hot in this room, and yeah, my voice is already tired as it is. I will probably cast some of these games in videos, don't worry. I know there's a lot of replays still left that some of you guys may want to see on screen, but I will take the time to cast some of them depending on, just depending on the matchups and the replay qualities themselves. But well played to everybody in the new player tournaments. Thank you to Nargles PA, Tactical Legend, all of you, Nardu, and all of you who've came in and watched the stream. The doors and what? Sorry, I'm just terrible with names. Shiryuki, Angel, all of you. Thank you for checking on in. And if I'm around next Saturday, I will also cast that one. I might host a new player conquest tournament this week if people are up for it. If people have time for it. Otherwise, I will see you guys next weekend, most likely. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for hanging around. You guys have a good weekend. See you guys later. Well played to everyone. Adios. Bye-bye.